Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out Monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
It's Monster RX93.1. It's Rico Robles. And of course, it's another fantastic Friday. Got it for the first time on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Noah Cyrus. Hey, Noah.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
You know, where are you joining us from?
I am in LA. I just got home. It was kind of a long day. Like, you know, when you're like, you have a really long day and then the worst part is you are so excited to go home and then there's like a ton of traffic on your way home.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, that's the worst whenever you're just like hating your life in traffic. But I made it through the traffic and I'm home and now like, I'm good. As long as I'm home, I'm good. I love being at home. I'm a big homebody.
I mean, when it comes to being stuck in traffic, was there ever a time that you wrote some songs or thought of concepts when you're stuck in traffic?
For sure. A lot of song concepts in the car, traffic, sometimes pull over and write some stuff. The car has always been like a major safe place for me, actually. Even like as a kid, like a baby, my parents would have to put me in the back of the car for me to like fall asleep. They'd go and drive around and I wouldn't fall asleep. I'd cry and cry and cry until they got me in the car and they'd start driving and I'd be out within seconds. I don't know if it's something about just like feeling the road and like rolling the windows down. I love having the windows down and listening to music. I don't know. I love the car.
I mean, do you do that whole thing with your hand? Do you do that thing with your hand, with the air?
Oh my God. You know, only whenever I'm like feeling really dramatic.
And you know, okay, music-wise, you did mention, and we all know that you do have, of course, a new single with Benjamin from Death Cab For Cutie. How was it working with him?
The experience as a whole was insanely surreal. I've been a fan of him forever, it feels like. I've known of his music about 11 years now. And, you know, as I grew up and experienced more and understood more, I think connected more to his lyrics and understood a lot more. But there was always just something I was drawn to. And working with him, getting in the room, I had no connection to him prior. I had my manager reach out to his manager and, you know, just ask, would you be open to writing? And when I heard he was, I immediately booked a flight and was in Seattle, I think like within the next week or two. And, you know, after we met, the writing relationship, it just all came so seamlessly. And it was pretty cosmic from the second we started writing. Every beginning ends as well, just flowed really easily.
I mean, do you ever like, how do you keep your emotions, you know, like, what do you call that? Bottled up when you have somebody that you listen to for a long time, that you're in the same room and trying to make them feel like, okay, I'm not starstruck. You know what I mean?
I'm a very like, I internalize everything. So actually it's kind of not good because everything is always pretty bottled up with me. So I think I've almost have mastered the art of doing that and making it not obvious that I'm freaking out inside either. But I mean, I was definitely nervous to ask, would you be interested in writing a duet? That was definitely terrifying and intimidating. And walking into, I think, a room, this has never happened in my career before, walking into a room and seeing my idol standing inside of it. And so, and standing in there to write a song with me that we're going to sing together. And it just, all of it was completely daunting. And, but once I was there and, you know, the connection was pretty instant and the music came pretty seamlessly. So I think once I was in there and everything, all the nerves settled, and I realized, you realize that everybody's just a normal human being after all.
True. I can imagine. I mean, with that being said, with the whole studio work and working with your idol, who are the people that you're looking forward to next to collaborate with? I mean, now that door is now open, collaborating with everybody. And especially now with online stuff like this, interviews happening from 2 parts around the world. You know what I mean? Who are you going to be open to, you know, any chances, any thoughts right now that just opened up?
I haven't even moved off of this album, it feels like. I mean, I have not thought ahead that far. I mean, I've been saying this like what feels like forever. I would love the opportunity to work with Ben Howard. I'm a huge fan of Ben Howard. And I mean, there's so many artists I would love to collab with. I think what's most important for me is just that, like, whoever the collaboration is with, that I inspire them and they inspire something in me as well. And I think, you know, it's important for that when writing together or making music together, that there's genuine interest in one another there, and genuine passion towards the music and towards the project. You know, because anytime I write a song and that's there, it turns out to be one of my favorite songs I've ever created, because there's already just this undeniable energy in it.
You know, when you wrote songs, like, you know, you're writing songs just now, when did you discover that, okay, this is something, I mean, I know it's in the family, but you always wanted to do your own thing. And that's what I like about you. You want to do your own thing. You want to break through the door your own way. And when did you discover, like, okay, how much of myself should I put out there? And, you know, if it's, for example, your first song that you've ever written, who was the person that first heard that song?
My mom and my dad. My mom and I are extremely close. And I think, you know, anytime, I mean, I was afraid, I'm really afraid to fail a lot of the times. So anytime I think I'm worried of that, or almost worried I'll end up embarrassed. Like, I was very worried I'd end up embarrassed putting out my very first song. I didn't know if I was any good or not. I still don't know, actually. I really have no idea. So I would play my music to my mom. And at first, I think my mom was like a bit taken back by the emotional depth in my lyrics, and the honesty. And I think, you know, was also learning a lot about me as a younger child, where some of the emotions I wasn't really open to talk about were coming out in my music. That's always been like a really great outlet for me, is writing songs.
And you know, when you put your music out there, you do touch a lot of lives and you do inspire people. It's sort of like a voice for many. Now, do you have any advice for those who have gone through something that are sort of like, okay, should I put it out there, or what is it? If, especially when they're songwriters, they're new songwriters.
I would always say to be as open and real as you are comfortable being. I think being real and open is, let's see, I think being is just extremely inspiring. And there are people out there that feel the same as you, even when you think that there's not. So being open, you will be connecting to someone out there in the world, whether it may feel like that or not. There are many people that feel the same as you do. So I would say being open, and it does feel scary, which is why I say take it at your own pace, and do what you feel comfortable with. Don't ever feel like you have to overshare. or you have to like do something for it to be successful. I think what makes things successful is doing it on your own and it being natural and organic.
It's amazing that you handle this very, very well when it comes to like pressure of the outside world. Just like, hey, just do your own pace, and you're very comfortable in the things that you do. Now, they do say that songwriters do give the best love advice because you go through a lot of things. For you, if somebody's going through a heartbreak right now, what would be a good advice?
Man. Well, I've been through heartache, and it feels extremely lonely. I have yet to take any of my own advice, and I don't know if I really probably have the best advice, because if I do, I haven't taken it at all. But whether you're heartbroken because you had walked away or someone had walked away from you, see this as an opportunity to learn and grow and take with you through life and for the next relationship. Learn for this to be an opportunity for you to work on your boundaries with people and in relationships. Boundaries have been extremely important to me, not only in romantic relationships, but in everyday relationships. And I feel like there's not really advice you can tell somebody to get them over something. And I think that's another thing I'd like to say, is that there's literally no rush or no right way of healing from heartache. It's all, I think, always different due to the person and how long it takes to heal. So, don't rush yourself and be kind to yourself through it. But I think, try to find what you can learn from this situation and heal from and grow from, and become a better version of yourself out of the relationship.
That's amazing advice. Very, 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 very amazing advice.
Thank you.
That's how, and we go back to the music when it comes to, your music video. Tell us about it.
Which music video? I Burned LA Down?
Yeah.
Or Ready to Go? Okay, I Burned LA Down. I Burned LA Down was an idea that was just in my head as I was writing the song. I had seen me writing through the fire and destruction that myself and my heartache had caused on this white horse. And the white horse is a kind of common character or theme in my music. And the white horse represents my horse Constantine, who passed away whenever I was 15 years old. I still feel like kind of everything I do and the music I write, and even just the courage of like putting songs out and everything, I don't think I would have that courage had I not had to practice courage with like riding horses and jumping horses, because that was some of the scariest shit I've ever done in my entire life. So I feel like that gave me like a lot of strength and a lot of courage. And so, having him and his energy as part of my album and being there with me through everything, was extremely important for me to have him as a part of my music today. But I really just wanted to be able to visually represent and paint the picture clearly of what I was singing and what I was feeling at the same time, which I think was a lot of confusion and rage of different emotions. Every emotion I was feeling was so intense. At the same time, I'm not sure if you probably heard about it, because I'm sure everybody heard about it. In 2020, all of up north here was on fire in the Woolsey fire.
Yeah, in California, right?
Yes.
And the California fire. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. And at that same time, I was writing I Burned LA Down and had just gotten out of this relationship. And everything I had seen in the news, the pictures and everything, in a way, tragically, poetically matched what I was feeling and what I was writing about and what I was wanting to say. And so that inspired a lot of visuals and a lot of the like visual lyrics within the song, and a lot of the pictures that I was creating. And it just caused a lot of inspiration for that record as well.
Okay. Well, here on the show, we wish we have a lot more time with you, but many of your Filipino fans would want to see, your future plans. And also, are you planning to have a show here in the Philippines?
I feel like I need to talk about this with somebody the second I'm off of all of these calls, because I've never been on my own tour. I don't think I've been with Miley when I was a kid, but I was just saying that my brother Trace had been on tour with Metro Station in the Philippines.
He was here, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been there a couple times, actually. But I would love to get out there. So I have to do that. And I appreciate everyone who still continues to listen, even without live shows and being able to experience the music live. I appreciate the continuous support and the love from everybody. So thank you so much.
And of course, here at Monster RX93.1, here at Monster Radio, one thing is that the fans are called the Monsters, and we have been celebrating our anniversary month of August. So for you as an artist, every year, do you have anything that you do when you celebrate your anniversary? Do you even celebrate your anniversary as an artist, as a songwriter every year?
I didn't even know I had an anniversary. I don't even know my anniversary. I would say my anniversary is probably the day I'm looking at the Make Me Cry record right now. Maybe that's my anniversary, but I don't even remember the day that came out. I would have to go and look, but I should start doing that.
Okay, something to look for. But thank you very much for taking time to join us. Enjoy Los Angeles. I know you're just chilling there from the traffic. You know what I mean? Get some hard seltzer and be chilling. All right.
Okay.
You take care.
Thank you so
very
much.
It
was so nice to meet you, Rico.
Thank you. I see you again, Noah. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, making our Friday here in the Philippines fantastic. We got none other than Noah Cyrus. Till then, thank you guys for watching. Bye, Noah.
Bye. Thank you.
This has been a Monster exclusive interview. Peace.
Thank you, Rico.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Take care.
You have a great one. All right. Bye-bye.
You too.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster